Tesla has just introduced their most affordable models ever. We now have the all-new Model Y Standard and, surprise, surprise, a Model 3 Standard as well. And these folks are the new, more affordable model offerings we have long been waiting for. And as expected, there's a lot of controversy around what these models do have, what they don't have, range, price, and what you're sacrificing to save on that overall cost. So now that these models are finally here, let me break down everything you need to know about these cheapest models of Tesla you can get now in 2025 and moving in 2026. Let's talk range, let's talk price, let's talk incentives, let's talk about some weird things Tesla has on these vehicles, and let me just tell you everything you need to know about the most affordable Teslas you can now get. All right, so right off the bat, let me just sort of clarify here that the rumors were partially true. We have long been talking about a cheaper version of the Model Y, and that is here. It is no Model 2, it's no Model Q, it is called the Model Y Standard. And just like the rumors had predicted, the design DNA here is very similar to the refreshed Model Y Juniper, with some pretty big differences on the front and the back and on the inside I'll get into. But what we really didn't expect until the very last moment here was actually the introduction of a Model 3 version of this called the Model 3 Standard. This is basically a stripped-down version of the Model 3, very similar to what Tesla has done in other markets like Mexico now for a while. And this model actually might be the better offering because you get a little bit more of the premium design DNA. I promise I'll get to that in a moment, but first, just to make it clear, two affordable offerings you can go with: Model 3 Standard and Model Y Standard. These are not separate vehicles like the Cybercab. These are just a part of the trim level now for their respective sort of vehicle classes. So now, along with performance and long range, you have standard to choose from when you're looking at both the 3 and the Y. And I promise I will get to every single change, but let's just sort of start first with a surface level overview of these vehicles. So here is the new Model Y Standard. Here's the new configurator, by the way. You've got standard rear-wheel drive premium. That was the older base model that I have that I really like. All-wheel drive premium and performance, obviously all-wheel drive. And you can see the price here, $39,990 is the starting price of this vehicle. I'll come back to pricing more in a moment, but that is the price of this vehicle. There is no leasing option right now, and there actually is a finance option of this, though I think we'll get into more again of the pricing in a moment. I think we will see leasing on that come pretty soon. And again, as you can see here, if I pop this open full screen, it is basically the Model Y that we have with the expected changes. You've got this different front fascia on the front here of the vehicle with the new sort of split headlights. So the light bar, if you're not a fan of that, is gone. You've got these new, they look like the core wheels that were a big part of the Cybertruck that are now here on the standard version. Side profile, again, extremely similar to the current Model Y. And then the back here, again, it's very similar to the redesign, but you've got this new like tail light configuration going on here that splits it up a little bit. I know some people just weren't a fan of the light bar, and if that was you, then you would be happy. Of course, we'll jump inside in a moment, but that's sort of the general look of this vehicle. And of course, we were talking specs. Let's talk range. 321 miles of range, 125 mile top speed, and 0 to 60 in a not so impressive 6.8 seconds. Story with the Model 3 side is similar. You've got, of course, again, the new configurator here. $36,990 is the price for this. Again, no lease configuration as of now. You're looking at 321 miles of range, 125 miles of top speed, 5.8 0 to 60. And with this, though, you'll notice you're retaining a lot of the same design DNA as the other model in the lineup have. You've got the same headlights, you've got the same taillights, you've got basically the exact same vehicle. Really, the only difference on the outside is going to be the wheels. That is the only way you're going to notice this is the standard version as opposed to the more premium higher end trim levels, which again is one of the first immediate changes you'll notice between Model 3 Standard and Model Y Standard. But of course, there's a whole lot more to dig into here. Couple other changes here in the configurator you'll notice. Only 3 paint color offerings. You've got Stealth Gray, which is free. White Multicoat is $1,000. And if you want Diamond Black, that's going to cost you $1,500. You've got your choice of 18-inch aperture wheels or the 19-inch cross-flow wheels, which those are on the higher end ones. Tow hitch is an option here. Only black interior as of now, no white. And then with safety, you don't have autopilot. It does come with traffic-aware cruise control. And then, of course, you can purchase full self-driving just like you would with any Tesla for an additional $8,000. So this does obviously have a front bumper camera. It's got all the cameras, which I'll get into. Mobile charger here is included, which is nice to see. So there is actually a charger with the cheapest Teslas you can get. All this stuff is the same. And on the Model 3 side, just to look here, if you were curious, you've got the exact same three paint color options here. And of course, same pricing. You've got the same wheels, black interior, and all that stuff. So on the surface, and of course, I don't know why with the 3, they don't include the charger, only with the Y, which is kind of weird. But again, on the surface, you have got there's kind of some main differences there on the aesthetics. A much more aesthetically different Model Y, couple of paint color offerings. So you're already starting to sort of strip down things on the outside. Then we jump inside and we see a bunch of things Tesla removed, obviously to cut down on costs for these models. So when we jump inside the 3 and the Y, there actually are quite a few differences between the Model 3 standard and Model Y standard. The Model 3 standard actually retains more of the premiumness of the regular Model 3. So you have the same center console area here. You actually do have the glass roof that is not included in the Model Y standard, but the Model Y standard is also a little bit more custom built with an all-new center console area with a new wireless charger setup for the phone that actually I think is a little bit better than what you have in the Model 3 and other models. So there is that and some other smaller changes, though overall it's going to be very similar to what you have in both models there. There is no rear screen. There are manual air vents in the back of the vehicle. Cooled seats are gone. There are heated seats, but they're only in the front of the vehicle, so only for the front driver and passenger. There is no ambient lighting. That is obviously gone. And then as expected, you do have a textile seat interior here, so there are some different materials. And then, of course, a much more, I don't want to say muted, but a much less impressive premium sound system, as is much more standard in, well, the standard Model 3 and Model Y. You're looking at a 7-speaker sound system versus the 15 in the higher end models there, so you are going to be looking at about half the speakers. I haven't found info yet on the amplifiers and subwoofers. I will look more into that and I'll let you know, but as is the case with Tesla's previous base level models, including the Model 3, there wasn't a subwoofer, so I would expect that not to be there, and I'll come back to more in a moment if that matters or not. Also, manual seats, so in the Model Y, the new Model Y obviously has powered folded seats in the back. Those are all now manual in the Model Y, and obviously manual to fold down in the Model 3. Adjustments are also much more manual, so manual adjustments for the seats. You don't have powered side mirrors. You have a much more stripped down suspension. There isn't the fancy HEPA bioweapon hazard filter thing that's in the higher end models. That's not here. And then also there isn't the fancier double pane acoustic glass that blocks out, actually does a good job blocking out a lot of the road noise. It is now much more standard glass. So again, the things you'd expect, a lot of those creature comforts are stripped down to be much more standard, like the name suggests. These are much more standard vehicles, for better or worse, so you're losing a lot of those creature comforts. And while the bad news lately is that the Tesla deals are kind of a thing of the past, there is some good news you guys need to know, and that is that there are some good deals you need to know about. A little bit of a deal alert. There's a special Amazon sale event happening right now for limited time, and one of the best products on sale, by far, one of my favorite gadgets of 2025, is this right here. It is the X3 Plus from my friends over at Sunseeker. Think of this thing almost like a mini Tesla. It's got this super sleek design. It's got its own autonomous full self-driving, or in this case, full self-mowing technology, as this thing is a robot lawnmower that is perfectly going to automatically mow your lawn. It's got smart app control and functionality. It's got a dock where it can automatically go back and recharge. This thing is amazing, and it's almost like mesmerizing just to watch this thing in action. It does an incredible job, and it is packed with so much amazing tech inside. And I personally love it for a couple of big reasons. Number one is that Sunseeker, the company behind this, they've taken a lot of great attention to detail here, not just with the technology built into this thing, which it's got a bunch. It's got automatic object detection to make sure that it knows, to avoid certain things like children or pets or toys left out on the lawn. It's got automatic rain detection, so if it does start raining, it'll automatically take itself back to its charging dock. It will, of course, go and charge itself when the battery is low. But even before all of that, just the unboxing experience, the setup experience, it is super easy to get set up. And it's got this great autonomous system built in where it knows exactly where it is. You don't have to put any special things on your lawn. It'll automatically map the lawn for you, and then it just does its thing. It mows your lawn, and it does an incredible job. It's using a combo of RTK, GNSS, and visual SLAM technology. Basically, this thing has got like satellite connectivity, so it knows where it is, its position in your yard. You don't have to set up like beacons. You don't have to put in wires. It's totally wire-free. Also really, really quiet as well. Less than 60 decibels of loudness or quietness in this case. You could run this thing at night. I have run it at night, and it's very quiet, and it just does a phenomenal job. I mean, especially these days, we've got the holidays coming up. We've got traveling. You don't want to have to worry about going out and mowing your lawn. You don't have to be home. You could just have this thing run for you. You don't have to be home. You can be inside taking a nap, and this is going to do your lawn mowing for you, and it does a phenomenal job. And again, with this special Amazon sale, Sunseeker has got some specials right now, and I will leave all of those sale info specials in the description down below. So if you want to learn more, check out the Sunseeker lineup, check out the X3 Plus, and take advantage of some special sales. I've got all that info down below. It's running for a limited time. I absolutely love the X3 Plus, and I know you guys are going to love it as well. So check it out at the link right down below in the description. And I guess just to clarify, what is here is also very important, and I should mention, you're getting the same Tesla screen, the same Tesla software experience, full mobile app control. You still have premium connectivity. You still have access to all the superchargers. You still have the same software, and maybe most important of all is you have the same hardware 4 camera system, front bumper camera included there, that'll run the exact same version of full self-driving. So there aren't going to be any missing features there, and especially with all the hubbub today about full self-driving version 14, there is no reason, technically speaking, why this model shouldn't have it. So while you are losing a lot of the creature comforts, cooled seats, RGB lighting, speaker system, materials, things like that, for more of a bare bones vehicle that still has all the tech you'd care about, that is here. But of course, the big question, is that enough that you gain for the price? Like, is the price and the range going to be the right combo here, or is this just going to be too expensive? Again, about 320 miles of range on both for $36,990, or in the case of the Model Y, $39,990. You know, we're close to $35,000, but we are still a far cry away from all those rumors of a $25,000 Tesla. That is not what this is. This is more like the $35-ish thousand Tesla. And I've got a couple of things here I do want to point out because, again, I think just because, you know, these were just announced, the story here is going to change a bit, and I think incentives are going to play, obviously, a key role in how affordable this model ultimately becomes. Because remember, at the end of the day, Tesla is going to have to get creative with their own controlled finance mechanisms in order to make these things popular. They've got to figure out a creative way to make the lease very affordable and appealing. They've got to figure out maybe some 0% finance terms. They've got to figure out a way to make these vehicles more accessible and more affordable. And like I've been talking about for a while, if they can figure out a way to monetize FSD miles or bring these vehicles into the robotaxi fleets, then maybe you're looking at credits where maybe you can lease this for $100 a month or $200 a month and you're subsidizing things that way. But in the meantime, until that happens, I'm sure Tesla's going to throw in some free supercharging in there. They're going to throw in some free FSD, some upgrades and things like that. But in the meantime, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the lease prices end up being, because right now it's just finance. I'm hoping that we get some reasonable lease prices in here. But again, I know so many people hoping for sub 30, 25,000. That's not where we're at. 35,000 and about $40,000 for about 320 miles of range. Good range, pretty good specs, but again, remember what you're missing here. And I can tell you, as someone who has owned multiple versions of the base, cheapest level models that Tesla's offered, I can give you a little insight into how they work. I actually owned the base Model 3. It was the Model 3 Standard Range Plus that was actually in a lot of ways similar to this. It didn't have heated seats in the back. That was a paid upgrade. It was missing a lot of the connectivity features. It had a less powerful audio system. And long story short is that some of those creature comforts I missed, and some of them weren't that big of a good deal. I think range was good, performance was good, supercharging access was great. I had all the Tesla amenities, and honestly, a lot were added over time that did make it more worthwhile. Now, I will say with the audio system, after comparing the two side by side, if you're an audiophile, you are kind of going to really want the higher end audio system, so that might be worth it in and of itself. But I think if you're just looking for a good vehicle and you don't mind some of the manual stuff and you're looking for a good range and a good price and a good deal, maybe this is good enough. I think really what this story is going to come down to, and I will dive into this more in a deeper video when I have time to actually put my thoughts together, is what you're gaining to go from the standard to the premium, because for a couple of $1,000s, it might just be more worthwhile. But if you're looking for the cheapest basic Tesla you can get, this is what your options now are: Model 3 Standard and Model Y Standard. Also, I just want to take a moment in this video and say thank you, because this channel, these videos wouldn't exist without you guys. So first off, thank you so much. Amazon gift card coming in the next minute or so of this video, if you can find it, as a thank you. It'll look something like this. And second thing is, I've got to say thanks to not just you guys, but my partners on this channel who make this stuff possible. The companies in the Tesla space making the best accessories that you guys need to know about. Like my friends over at Drive Protected that offer the best PPF kits that you can get for your Tesla, and making it even better is that you can save thousands of dollars by installing the kits yourself. Their PPF film, for example, is incredibly high quality. It's their Defense Plus series. It's obviously going to protect your very fragile Tesla paint, or even give you that beautiful matte finish option that looks even better. And what I love about Drive Protected is that they give you all the tools and resources, not just in terms of the physical stuff, but also step-by-step videos that'll help you walk through exactly how to install this. Link to Drive Protected's lineup is down below. They've got options for every Tesla in the lineup, and I've got a special coupon code, my code Rosenfeld, where you can save 10% off your order as well. So check out Drive Protected and use my code to save 10% off your entire order. There are also the best floor mats you can get for your Tesla, courtesy of my friends over at 3W Liners, who have an exclusive coupon code where you guys can save, I think it's like 30% with my coupon code down below. 3W Liners has amazing options for basically every single vehicle on the road, especially every Tesla you can get, and they offer amazing frunk to trunk protection. These mats are incredibly durable. They're precision made just for your Tesla. They're really easy to clean. Look, if you're looking for the best floor mats for your Tesla that are durable, going to withstand the test of time, and also a very, very good deal, my friends at 3W Liners have amazing options. And again, I've got an exclusive coupon code you can check out at the link down below as well. And if you're looking for one place to go for amazing Tesla accessories, that is my friends over at TPARTS. They are your one-stop shop for every single Tesla accessory you would want, from interior upgrades, exterior upgrades, spoilers, carbon fiber accents, more storage, charging accessories, plus so much more. They've got everything, and I've also got an exclusive coupon code where you guys can save 10% off your order by using the code on screen, or of course the link down below as well. And as we all know, owning a Tesla is great, and a well-accessorized, good-looking Tesla is great, but we don't like to deal with Tesla vandals who could ruin that and really damage our Tesla. And while the built-in Sentry mode is great, it would be even better if you could get live real-time alerts and even put your vehicle on the offensive. That is exactly why I love Sentry Pro, because it turns Sentry mode in your Tesla Pro by giving you live real-time alerts on your phone, on your smartwatch, iOS or Android, doesn't matter. There's an app available for both phone platforms. And with beta actions, you can even put your vehicle on the offensive by either flashing the lights or honking the horn when Sentry mode is activated. So the bad guy knows that you are watching, and then you are literally watching with that live real-time alert, checking out the cameras. It is amazing, going to work with every single Tesla in the lineup, and for a limited time, there are, of course, very affordable monthly subscription offerings, but also a 20% lifetime discount where you can buy it once, own it for life, and save for limited times. If you want to check out Sentry Pro and save 20% on a lifetime subscription, that link will be down below as well. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, I love my friends at Tesla Emblems. They have some really creative, fun, and affordable ways to upgrade your Tesla and your Tesla accessories. Like, I love their key card wraps. Like, it's super easy to put a wrap on here. They have so many fun designs, and it just really makes your Tesla experience feel unique. I've never gotten more questions on my Tesla key card than when I had it wrapped with Elon's black Amex card, which was a lot of fun. Of course, they've also got some great solutions for customizing your car as well. You can customize the emblems, the charge port. This is sort of a nice way to personalize your car, make it look like its own, and of course, won't break the bank. Very, very affordable. And of course, I've got a coupon code for you guys here as well if you want to save. So of course, check that out down below. All right, guys, so with that, I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the $35-ish and $40-ish thousand Model 3 Standard and Model Y Standard? Are you impressed? Are you okay with what you're giving up in terms of creature comforts to save on price? Do you think the design of these vehicles look good? Do you think there's enough here? It is very interesting given the fact that the Model 3 didn't lose that much when the Model Y, for better or worse, is much more purpose custom built to be more budget. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this and we can discuss. I'll have a lot more to share as I can really dive into the specs, but these were just announced, so I wanted to get this out to you guys ASAP. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.